Hey everyone, we're on part 2 of the bridge of the station build, the second station build. So yeah, station number 2, part 2. So what I'm working on now is the foundation that's going to go up here on the tracks. You can see all the little spots that I've got the landscaping material cut out of for all the legs that go up there. So I've been working on this pretty steadily. I've got the I-beams all made, the drop downs, everything perfect. I'm really happy with how this is coming out. So here's how you can tell when you've built something right, and it makes me really happy when these things happen, because it doesn't happen all the time, is look at that. They're just freestanding. There's nothing helping hold them up. Means I got all of my legs perfectly up and down and flat on the bottom. I had to cut all of these. These are all styrene, and this is all extra bits of the printed stuff. I had to cut all of those, and I filed them, got them kind of close, glued them on there, and I thought, well, I can always make adjustments if I need to, and I didn't have to. And show you that it's not that it's not just down there. Let me get this put in the middle here. There. You can see, same thing. So it stands perfectly upright and in place where it needs to go. So I'm going to be doing this, working on this a little bit at a time. What I've got to do here is I've got to span the area between these two with that. So I've got to start lining everything up and getting it looking good. So we will, I'll just be kind of pausing this and moving through the build. As I do, I'll catch you up and show you where we're at. So this will probably be a multi-day build, and then we'll put the video up. All right, see you in a little bit. So I've got it all assembled. As you can see, this is all just pretty much done by eye. I did a few measurements, and then the rest of it was all just making sure I had everything at good 90-degree angles. So it's looking really good at this stage. All my overhangs are the way that I want them. So let me put this up in place. I know I'm going to have to carve some foam up there, and I'll show you that in a minute. But let me go ahead and grab this. It's nice and sturdy now. Let me get the light out of the way up here. And we'll just bring this up. And I'll just set it in place. There we go. All right. So you can see right here that there's a gap. I can push this down right here, and it's not reaching it. That's because this one and this one are actually riding on the foam right here. So I'm going to make some marks. I'm going to carve out a little channel, especially like this guy right here. Because down here you can really see that if I don't do that, it's going to kind of just float free, and I don't want that. So all these areas right here, I'm just going to channel just a tiny bit with the Dremel. And that should take care of it. Let me show you what this looks like from back here so you can see how that's looking. All right, so let me get that channeled out, and we'll take a look and see how it came out. So there we go. I carved out with the Dremel. You can see the little channels that I did right here and here. All of them got a little bit of channeling, cutting, and then I actually had to cut some of the plaster right there. It's all going to be underneath the decking of the station anyway, so you're never going to see it. I'm probably still going to go in and I'll probably paint gray on either side just to seal the foam up. But it doesn't, now it doesn't at all. It doesn't push down at all. So it is all smooth down there. It's all flush with the base. So it's looking pretty good. All right, so next step on this is going to be to cut the deck that goes across here. And once we've done that, then I'll update, but that's for another day. So it'll just be seconds for you, but it'll probably be a day for me. I'll probably take care of that tomorrow. I'm going to try to get this done for our live stream on Wednesday night so that it looks pretty good. All right, so see you in a little while. Okay, things are progressing along really well. As you can see, I now have the back beam in all the way across. It's nice and everything's perfect. So the distance from the outside edge of this, the outside edge of this up front here is the same as back there. So everything's squared up nicely. So that's looking really good. I put the, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I put the braces in right here and here. So I also have the actual slab, concrete slab, supposedly. Here, cut out, ready to go. I've got the pattern on it. I put a little bit of a narrower stone pattern along the edge where it'll be right next to the wall that comes up. And then right here, I have that same pattern, the narrower stone, that's going to go back right here to the entrances of the station. Station will sit back, the entrance to the station will sit back about right there. So that's moving along really well. So the next thing to do here on this process is I have to scribe all of this with the X-Acto blade and the metal ruler. That's what I'm getting ready to do right now. And then I will clean the surface and take it out and paint it and put a matte coat on it. So I'm hopefully going to be doing that today. It just depends on how long this is going to take to scribe. I foresee this probably being at least an hour or two to do that, and then painting probably another hour, so about 3 hours of work on getting that done. And then I have, like I said, I have to make the fascia that comes up that's similar to this right here. And you can see we've got that fascia right there. That comes up. I got to do the same thing right here. I'm going to do this a little differently because this, since I'm using such a large piece, this has a little bit of a wave to it, so I know how to correct that. I just have to cut 2 pieces per side, 2 thicknesses. One will be the thickness that we want for the entire fascia, and the other will be a little bit less for what I want it to hang down, and then I'll glue that to the back side, and that'll give me something right here for this plate to glue up to. But I'll show all that in a future one. So here's where we are at this point. So we will hopefully be back a little bit later today and show this painted and weathered up a little bit along the edges, and then I'll put the station up and I'll show you where we're at on that. So this is really going a lot slower than I anticipated, so I'm sure I will not be to painting the station this week, or if I do, it'll be later this week. So anyway, just these foundations just take a while to do. Oh, and I have decided I'm going to I'm going to take a piece of styrene, I'm going to make a concrete wall right back here centered, so I can drop the elevator shaft, a slight bump out right here for the elevator shaft. Maybe a little offset for the elevator shaft, so it's not right center of the building, so it could be like a little bit off, so that when I put this on here, when I build the interior, I can actually make that on the inside of the building, along with a set of staircases that comes down. So I am going to have to cut a piece. I think I decided on an 8-inch long piece of styrene that's going to go back here with the bump out. So that, and then I can start, after I get that in place, then I can start putting the platform in between the tracks. But that's probably a week or 2 away, and I'm not going to worry about that initially. I just want to get this up in place and just have it sitting there and looking good. So we'll see how we can do. So that's where we are. So we've got a lot more done on the new station. The platform up here for it is almost done. Now that this is all painted, it's not the black anymore, you can really see the stone pattern that goes all the way around. We've got the front safety wall on here. There'll be a safety, some railing up here too, going all the way around. I have these 2 pieces. I'm getting ready to put those on. One goes here down the side, and one goes there down the side. So you can see how this looks up underneath here with the beams. So I'm going to be starting the back wall. I'll show you here just a second what we've got finished in addition to this. So I'm really happy with how this came out. All right, so here is the new station. It's all painted. I did the black on top, weathered around the edges a little bit on the inside right here, masked all this off both here and here, and then came in and painted it this beautiful color. It's called, I think, cloud blue or sky blue, I don't know. But anyway, so the 2, I don't have them butted up next to it because I didn't want the paint to stick. All that's left for this is to do the dull coat on it. And let's see here. I've got 8 of these, and the caps are right here. These go up on top of there, so there's 4 that go here, and 1 here, 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 and on the back side, like I've been showing. So so that'll be setting up here fairly shortly. What I'm going to do now, like I said, is I'm going to get the side pieces put on, those little side pieces right there put on, and then I'm pretty much done with that. All that's left is just to get this up in place and then to do the weathering around it where it looks really good, and we'll be set to go. So I think it's going to look really sharp here with the trains coming through. Got to make all the platforms, everything, all that goes underneath there, but that'll come along on its own time. So, all right, so that's where we are. So next part of this will be to get this done, and then I'll wrap this video up with the next update that we do here in the next, probably tomorrow, when I get this all dull coated and I can set it up here on the platform, and we can kind of look at see what it's going to look like. And then next week, all that's left is to get the window inserts painted, put in, and then start figuring out the interior, because it will have the interior like I said. So we're getting really close. This is almost done. So by the time I get this one wrapped up, we should have the third one pretty well printed that's going to go right here. I've just got to build a little bit of bump out there on the wood, and to accommodate it, we'll be set to go. All right, so I hope you've enjoyed this, and we'll get a little bit more here on this one video, and we'll be good to go. So if you want to keep up with these, don't forget to like and subscribe. Well, here's the finish station. It's all, well, I mean, I've got a lot to do still, but this is as far as I'm going to go right now in this video series. Still got to do all the top details, air conditioning units, things like that. Got to put the window inserts in that I've shown you that go in here, paint them a different color. All the details up here, the planters, flowers, all that kind of stuff. Underneath, I've got to do the elevator back here on the very back wall I have to do all the platforms between the tracks. But I've run some trains, it works beautifully, everything has good clearance. So we're just going to call this video at this point, and I'll do another video later after we get everything else finished up. So I hope you guys have liked this series, and if you have liked it, do like and subscribe and hit that notification so you don't miss any of our other builds. Thanks for watching.